Welcome. It is 6:30 here in sunny San Diego, and it is 9:30 somewhere else. Faith has entered the building. This is my 8-year-old cat, Faith. Oh, she drools. Why do you drool? I don't even understand what happens there. I don't understand. But hello, everyone. This is Faith. We're having a discussion about why video marketing works or doesn't work. Normally, we're here just in the mornings, but we are in challenge season where we're doing our 3-day challenge coming up really soon. And so we give lots of opportunities to join the challenge, but I'd like to teach, talk, answer questions, and then invite you all to the challenge. Okay. All right, Pepe, we're done? Okay, we're done. Come on, let's go. Come on. No, you can't kiss you on camera. What you smell? You smell popsicle? Come on, girlfriend. Let's go. Okay. So welcome, everybody. Glad you guys are here. Today, we had a conversation talking about video marketing and all the things, and we are continuing that conversation. I just got in from a walk, so my hair is probably puffy, but everything's fine. Oh, my mic. Sorry. For those of you guys that are watching on Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, you probably were like, we can't really hear you. My mic was out of the way. All right. So if you guys wouldn't mind, I love it when you guys introduce yourself. So tell me, what is your city, state, or country that you are watching me from? Because obviously you guys can hear me. You can see me, but I can't see and hear you. And a way that we can connect is if you will talk to me. So I see Coach. Hey, I see Indigo. Hey. So, with TikTok, I can only see like half of your name. So if I'm calling you something random, it's only because I can see half. Okay. We've got a bunch of people that are here live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and all the things. Hey, Mary in San Francisco, Toronto, Canada. So we're going to have a little conversation where we're talking about video marketing and strategies and all the things. And I'm going to be answering your questions. So first things first, if you already have a question about your video marketing or video marketing in general, TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, if you have any specific questions already, you can go ahead and drop them here in the chat. And then I will do my best to answer those, okay? So if you are brand new to me, is this anybody's first time watching me live? Is this anybody's first time watching me live? If it is, just type me in the chat. So I am Kia Kelly. I teach businesses how to use short form video marketing to get people into your marketing funnels to then generate leads and sales into your business, because I am a firm believer that social media is a great place to meet people, but you actually date people in your email list, okay? Because listen, we all know that you can have a whole lot of followers and have $0, all right? So I want somebody to type that in the chat. You can have a lot of followers and $0, but that is not what we are doing today. We are focusing on helping you all have more dollars and then followers, more dollars and then followers, okay? So any specific questions before I get into my little spiel here? But everybody, welcome. I'm glad you guys are here. I watched a short form video today of a young lady. She was being interviewed on a podcast, and she was talking about how she paid $2,000 to fly out to the podcast. And they were like, what? And she was like, yeah, I paid $2,000 to be here. Like nobody flew me out. And the people that were actually interviewing her were surprised they didn't pay. And she was like, well, I don't really make any money yet. I spent all this money. It's all on my credit cards. I'm not making any money. And this young lady has got to be in her probably early 20s. She's got about 5 million followers on TikTok, and she's not making any money. And they were shocked and talking to her about the fact that she's not making any money. And, for me, I was shocked, but also not shocked. And so today, I really want to have that conversation. Thank you, Mary Bell, for posting that. I appreciate that. Okay. Somebody asked me a question already. Will we learn how to create an email list on the 3-day challenge? We are going to talk a little bit about email marketing on the challenge, but we're going to spend most of our time focusing on creating content on TikTok and Instagram Reels, because it's a video challenge, but we'll talk about it just a little bit in the challenge. Okay, so tonight I wanted to come on and I wanted to first give you guys an opportunity to be able to come in and ask any questions that you have. But also, I strategically really want to talk to you about being intentional when it comes to video marketing. So, first things first, I know that it can be very intimidating to put yourself up on video, right? To take your phone and film yourself, right? It can be very intimidating. Now, how do you all here find it intimidating to record yourself? If that's you, just put a 1 in the chat. Okay. Hold on. I forget. Oh man, I always forget my Facebook page. Oh, I always forget. So for some reason, my Facebook profile, anytime I go live, it locks my page. So it acts as if like I'm not approving for people to be able to see my videos on my Facebook page. So I have to go to my page and make sure that the permissions are turned on. Okay, so I got a 1. Okay, perfect. So let's talk about that first when it comes to showing up on video. So my experience is like everybody else's. You know, when I first got on, when I first started creating content online, it was back in like 2016 when Twitter had an app called Periscope. And Periscope was the very first live streaming platform. How do you guys remember Periscope? If that's you, just say me in the chat. And so I saw people creating videos using Periscope. And it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me why people were doing that or how they were doing that. Okay, Teddy, or how they were doing that. I just know that I downloaded it and I started watching people's content. Okay, Shaquila. And eventually I started realizing that people were actually making money by showing up on live video. I didn't know how they were making money, but I was just like, let me keep watching them and then let me come on live video. So initially, when I first started on live video, I wasn't selling anything. I was just talking. Like I had just gotten a new kitten, which is Faith. Now she's 8. And I had just gotten a new kitten and she got caught up in the wires. I mean, it was a whole funny ordeal that happened on live stream on Periscope. But what started to happen was people started asking me questions about my experience with this and my experience with that and all these things that I knew how to do. So then I, started hearing about coaching, right? I started hearing where people were making money. Like I could pay someone and they could teach me how to make money online selling my experience. That's how I looked at it, selling my experience. And so I was like, I don't really get it, but I started to pay and I started paying attention. And then people wanted to buy hours of my time so I could help them make money in their businesses. And so eventually I started teaching what I knew online and I would sell hours of my time, right? Now, somebody asked me, how was your screen live set up like this? So, okay, okay. So I am currently streaming on StreamYard. I'm streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok from my desktop. And then I'm on Instagram on my phone. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So, what was I about to say? So I started making money, kind of selling my experience, teaching people how to make money in their business. You're welcome. But the truth is, when I first got online, I was petrified. Oh my God, I was petrified. I didn't know what to do. Thanks for following. I didn't know how to show up. I didn't know how to use the buttons. I remember that to go live, it was a red button, very similar to all the other ones. And I remember feeling this feeling of like, oh my God, I do not want to press the red button. And I used to say that right before every time I would go live. I would say, I do not want to press the red button. How many of y'all have said to yourself, I don't want to press the red button, whether it's going live or whether it is recording a video? If you agree with me, just type red in the chat. Okay, just type red. That's where I was in 2016. But I had this moment where I said, I could not do this. and I can continue doing what I'm doing. Okay, y'all agree with me, red. Okay. And I was working for Sprint corporate, selling phones to companies and all that. But I had something on the inside of me, right? Something on the inside of me that knew that there was an opportunity. Everybody said red. Okay. Now, here's something I need you guys to know about me. So this is me. This is like, I don't even know how old this picture frame is. It is so old. But anyway, this is me at 21 years old. Okay. Can y'all all see that? This is me at 21. I was on stage at the Prepaid Legal Conference, okay, in front of 12,000 people, right? And this is probably one of the highlights of my life, if I can be honest with you. This is why I still have this, okay? Because I was 21 and they asked me to speak at the international convention, okay? And I only had like 60 seconds, 2 minutes, whatever it was. But they asked me to get up there and speak. And I remember getting up there, saying whatever it was that I said, and I stormed off stage. And I remember crying backstage. And suddenly, my mentor pushes me back on stage. And I am like, what is happening? And I realized I was getting a standing ovation. Whatever I said in a matter of 60 seconds, I guarantee you it was not 2 minutes. They would have pushed me right off stage. And I got a standing ovation, and then I went back off stage, right? Now, why am I talking about this? Because I was scared then, and I was scared when I first had started on live stream. Hey, Alexis, okay? Very scared. And so if you're finding yourself being afraid of creating videos, whether it's live or recorded, I need you to know that that is normal. Okay. If you feel afraid, I want you to type the word normal. Okay. Just type the word normal here in the chat, because it is not normal to just show up on video. Listen, I am here in my second bedroom that I have turned into an office with a microphone, with lights on, talking in front of a smartphone and a Mac computer. I am on all of these streaming platforms. This is not normal. I guarantee you that my neighbors probably think I got an OnlyFans account, except when they look out and go, oh, she's got clothes on. You know, I remember when I lived in my other apartment complex, people would be like, I would see them looking like, what is going on? And they would see me that I had clothes on and I was teaching. I think they realized, oh, she's not doing anything crazy. This is some type of marketer, video person or whatever. Okay. So to do what I'm doing right now, this is not normal. So it is perfectly okay to be in this space and time where you're just like, deer caught in headlights, right? However, it is really important to know this. Listen, I'm gonna give y'all know I'm a visual person. Hey, Angela girl, hey girl. It is really important to know this. If you are here and you want to get here, to get from here to here is a place of discomfort. Here's discomfort, right? So you are here and you are trying to get here. In between these two places is discomfort. It's a place where you don't know what is going to happen. It's a place where everything can go to hell in a handbasket sandwich. Okay? But guess what? If you stay here, you never get here. I will give you guys a real life example. I got married 10 years ago, right? Was like, yeah, I'm getting married. I had a blog and a countdown and all the things. 8 months into it, found out my ex-husband is being unfaithful. Hold on, my computer's doing something weird. All right, there we go. 8 months into it, found out that my ex-husband is being unfaithful, right? And so I was caught in a pickle. I was here, unhappy and crazy going on. I won't even tell you the details, but just know that it was crazy, okay? And I wanted to go from here to here. That meant, oh, hold on. There's a delay. Can y'all see me now? Everybody good? Julie said there's a delay. Like for a second, it said there was an internet issue. Are we good now? Can y'all see me okay? Somebody tell me y'all can see me okay. I know we had an issue, delay. Okay, thank you. So I wanted to go from unhappy to happy. So I had to leave that situation and get extremely uncomfortable to where you all see me today, and I'm a different person. Near but sinking. But we can see you. Near but not sinking. Okay. All right. It'll sink. Okay. All right. Hold on. Quick. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all see me and hear me okay? I'm wondering if because now all of my neighbors are home and everybody's using the internet, I wonder if that's causing an issue at all. Hold on. Let me try. Hold on. My podcast thing is going off. That could be it. Let me see. Quit GarageBand. Hold on, y'all. Let me turn this off. Let's see. Quit GarageBand. Don't save. All right. Okay. How is that? Might be Julie's internet. It's true. Julie's like, yeah. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Okay. So I wanted to go from here, very unhappy, to here. So for me, thank you, Alexis. So for me, when I thought about getting started online, building some type of business, I was extremely uncomfortable because I was never on video. I mean, I was always a salesperson. I can sell condoms to the Pope. I promise you, I can sell condoms to the Pope himself. I have been in the game since I was a child. I've been in sales my whole life, and I can do it without manipulation. I'm just telling you, God has gifted you, girl. Okay. Now, selling was one thing, and I did really well with my jobs. But when it came time to build some type of business, to put myself out there and to try to sell my stuff to people, oh my God, right? Then when I decided I was going to build a personal brand, the Kenya Kelly brand, oh my God. I was like, Jesus, take me to heaven, hell, whichever one you want, take me, just take me quick. I'm being dramatic, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But again, I was in this situation where I said I wanted to go from here to here, and I had all this discomfort in between, right? But I said, okay, I have a choice to make. Either I'm going to stay where I currently am, which is not bad, or I have this dream. I have this desire, this thing that I say that I want. And in order to do this, I have to step out of my comfort zone, right? And that is what I did. Now, people see me today and they're like, girl, I knew you could do it. Sorry, plane. I'm never streaming at night. First off, streaming at night here in my new apartment. So like that was just scary. So I'm telling you all that because you're afraid and I was afraid too, right? But the only way I got unafraid or brave or had courage was I started moving forward. Thank you so much for following, right? So if wherever you are tonight, if you are saying to yourself, you want to do something and you want to do it using video marketing, you got to get out of your comfort zone, right? How many of you all right now are not showing up on a regular basis on video? If you're not showing up on a regular basis on video, type a 0. I'm not trying to make you feel bad. I don't want you to feel bad. This is just me saying, hey, let's see where everybody is so that we can all be here together. Okay? So this is not to guilt trip you, right? What this is to do is to say, one, you are not alone. But if you don't choose to go from where you are tonight to where you want to be, then nothing changes. Okay. And I am not saying that you're going to become this internet star, that you're going to become the next Kylie Jenner with your makeup line. I'm not saying you're going to become all of that, but I am saying you're going to become more than you're going to do more than what you're currently doing, right? Not everybody wants to be a billionaire. right? Not everybody wants to have a staff of 1,000 people. Not everybody wants that. You know what I mean? Not everybody wants to be shipping products out of their house all the time, right? Some people do, right? But what I am saying is that you've got something, here you are, and this is where you want to go, right? Now, let's talk about this as it pertains to you on video. If you have something and nobody knows about it, you have to do what's called marketing to tell people what it is that you do, right? I need you to understand something. The fact that you can see my book in this shot is intentional. Why did I do this? Listen, this is a second bedroom, right? I moved in here a month ago. 2 days before I moved in, I came in, we painted the walls, and then we mounted the bookshelves. And the first thing that I did was I put my books up there. Why did I do that? Because I have a book. I wrote a book. And in order to sell that book, I have to tell people I have a book. Omega said product placement. Exactly. And so nobody buys that book if they don't know it exists, right? So it is my job, right? It took me years to finally decide to write the book because I didn't know if anybody would ever want to read my book or read my writing, right? But I made a decision a couple years ago and said, I'm going to write this whether people buy it or not. And I'm selling it. And I constantly sell my book. And one of the ways that I sell my book is by having it sitting right here. I was on live stream earlier today and somebody said, hey, you wrote a book. Took my book down, showed it, and told me about it. Hey, Michael, right? And so the only way people can buy anything you have is you have to tell people that you have it. It's just the way that it is. Listen, what do I have up here? I have let me see. I got this plaque somebody got me for like my birthday. One cat away from being a crazy cat lady. I love my cats, right? And the only way that this person was able to buy this from me is the person had to create it and they had to market it. And so because they created it and they marketed it, when a person went looking for something to buy for me for my birthday or whatever it was, they were able to buy this, okay? Now, one of the easiest ways to sell whatever it is you have to sell is video. It's one of the easiest and fastest way to sell something today, okay? It's one of the easiest ways. I used to view it as bragging, but it ain't. Exactly, Sherry Ann, it ain't. Okay? You have to tell people what you have, okay? So, for example, if you are, let's just say you're a minister and you have conferences, right? Guess what? Listen, this is going to sound real mean. Wait, how do I hold on? I know we got some Jesus people on here. If you're a Jesus person, I want you to type Jesus. I'm a Jesus person, so I'm not going to offend you. I'm just trying to know who's on the broadcast. Like, y'all know I'm a minister. Your girl loves Jesus, all the things, right? Okay. All right. Here's the deal. This is going to sound really mean when I say it, but I don't mean it to sound mean. Okay. That's my disclaimer. I love y'all and I love Jesus. Okay. 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 How do I say this? Jesus is awesome. God is awesome. Holy Spirit is awesome. God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit will tell people all about you and what it is you have. He will, I promise you. Listen, when I was writing my book, he was giving people dreams at night, telling them to hire me as a consultant. But he told me not to market my services, that to focus on writing that book, okay? Now, when that time was over, and I finished writing that book, he told me to get my butt back to marketing. Listen, what am I saying here? If you got something and you want to sell it, you want to make money from it, Jesus people, stop relying on God to tell everybody about what you got going on. Listen, I don't mean that in a harmful way. Hear my heart, right? It is still your responsibility. He will help you. He will breathe on it, but it is still your responsibility to show up and market whatever it is you have. Okay? I had a podcast called You, Me, and Jesus for a long time. Nobody really knew about it. Why? Because I wasn't marketing it. I wasn't, right? I just wasn't. And he stayed on me, which was like, yo, I will tell people about the podcast, but I need you to do it. I need you to show up and I need you to do it. Yes, sir. Right? I had these gifts and talents of all these years of sales and knowing how to market myself online and all that. And he's like, I will help you. I will tell people about you, but it is your responsibility to show up. Right? And like, he didn't say this to me specifically, but this is how I felt like he said. I felt like what he said was, you showed up for your job every single day for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever years. And now it's time for you to show up for yourself. You can't show up every single day for your job. Listen, I'm not saying this to you. I'm saying this is what I got. But if you're getting this for you, if the shoe fits, pick it up, Cinderella. Okay? If the shoe fits, pick it up, Cinderella. And if I'm talking to you, I want you to find the shoe emoji and put it in the chat. Find a little shoe emoji and just put it in the chat. Okay. Now, I worked my job for years and years and years and years and years. I used to sell advertising inside of a newspaper when I was in Virginia, and I made $1 million a year for the company, right? Well, right around $1 million a year for the company. But guess what? They paid me like $30,000, $40,000 a year, right? And what I felt like he was saying was that you can show up all day and help them make $1 million a year. But what about you showing up for yourself? I see all the shoes, right? And I had that moment in time where I was just like, yeah, I've got a choice to make. Am I going to continue showing up for somebody else, or am I actually going to show up for myself? Hey, I am not saying quit your job and start a business. Nope. That's why this book is called Before You Quit Your Job, because I do not teach you quit your job and start a business. I do not teach that. Okay. But what I did get was, Kenya, while you are working this job, right, start your business. And that's exactly what I did, right? Was it hard? Yes, right? But I wanted to show up for myself, right? So I'm saying all this to say, because we're talking about you, and you have this thing you want to market, you want to grow it. And one of the easiest ways to show up and market it and reach people is video. Listen, how many of you all, you met me online? Like, some of you guys, I know y'all in real life, right? But how many of you all we met online? If that's you, just type a 1 in the chat, right? You met me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, or somebody connected you to me online. Tell me, how do we meet? Okay. So somebody said, why is it so hard to show up for yourself, but not corporate? Ooh, okay. You're not going to like the answer to that, Sherry Ann. But Sherry Ann asked, is this mic on? I know it's on. I'm being funny. Let me read the question again. Why is it so hard to show up for yourself, but not corporate? This is going to sound so mean when I say it, but I feel the Holy Spirit so strong. I'm like, I don't want to say it. Any of y'all ever seen the movie Beetlejuice? No, you don't need to talk to Barbara. Just say it. Have you ever seen Beetlejuice? Some of y'all like Beetlejuice. Others that know what I'm talking about is like, just say it. Okay. Okay. The reason why it is so easy to show up for your job and not yourself is because you place higher value on your job than you do on yourself. You place higher value on your job than you do on yourself. You may not even know that you're doing it. This may be unconscious, but you place higher value on your job than you do on yourself. Something in you says it is more important for you to show up at this job than it is for you to show up for what it is that you're building. Listen, I have areas of my life where I am sitting here like I'm twisting a knife in my own heart as I say that. Okay? Now, listen, I don't know if you would agree with what I just said, but if you find yourself, you're able to go to sleep, wake up on time, get dressed, go to work all day long, right? You do that every single day, then there's a value you're placing on it. Yes, the value could be that you got to pay your bills, and that's how you pay your bills. 100%. But guess what? There is another way to pay your bills. If you invest a little bit of time and you continue to invest a little bit of time in that thing. That book that I wrote, it did not get written like that. I had to invest time and then time and then time and then time. I remember when I first cut off all my hair and started letting my hair go out natural, it was so short. It was like this short, but I had to invest little time and little time and little time and little time. And over time, it grew. Right. And so I remember when, because I've had my cat Eddie, he's 15 now. And I remember like I had him for years. He was how he was. And then he was with my mom for a couple of years because I couldn't have cats. And then when I got him back, it was just weird. You know, he was just not his regular self. He was like feisty. He was just whatever. Right. And I've had him back now for the last 5 years, maybe 6 years or whatever. I think 5 years. 5 years. I had him 5 years. And he is an entirely different cat. He is so loving. He is my twin. Like right now, I am sitting in a chair. Listen, if I put my feet down, I'm going to step on him because he is like right here. This is like my homeboy twin. Like so loving, so kind, but I had to invest time, right? A little bit of time. And so when it comes to, who's that? King Pals. Who's that? What's up? So when it comes to here is your corporate business, here's your corporate job, and then here is your business. Yes, I know that when you work every day and you come home, you're tired, but somehow you got to devote just a little bit of time to your thing, right? And you got to be consistent to do your thing, okay? Because the only way, like we all have seen those people. We've all seen those people. We're like, they're just doing so amazing. We look up to them, whomever your person is, right? But they all started in a season when nobody knew they existed. All of us know who Beyonce is. Or let's just say, because they're on tour, Beyonce and Taylor Swift. We all know who they are, right? But back in the day, we ain't know no Beyonce. We didn't know no Taylor Swift. Until they kept going and going and going and going and going and going. Now Taylor Swift has her song on her album when she was 13 years old that she wrote. Why? Because she kept going and going and going and going and going, right? And that's the same thing for us. Like if you really, really, really want to build something, want to grow something, and you want to sell it to people, one of the ways you got to do it is you have to show up on video. Okay. I am not saying that you got to be on live stream every single day, but here, let me tell y'all something about me. When I decided I was going to build my brand, hey, James, that I was going to, Mr. Kelly, when I was going to build my brand, King and Kelly, back in 2016, I made a conscious decision. I said, I am going to work my business as if I have a job, right? And I did that because I started to become lazy. I was like, oh, I was becoming lazy. And I had to talk to myself. I had to get myself to do things that I didn't want to do. So I started what was called the King and Kelly Morning Show. Right. And I didn't know if anybody would watch. It was Periscope. Remember, it was live stream. And I was just like, man, but this was my way of holding myself accountable. Nobody was holding me accountable. And so every morning at 9 a.m., I would go live and I would teach. Some days, nobody would show up and I would just teach anyway. Right. I remember one time somebody invited me to speak to their community in their Facebook group. Listen to this. They invited me to come in and speak and teach for an hour inside of their Facebook group. I got on, logged on, went live. I taught for an entire hour. Nobody showed up. I remember the 20-minute mark. I was like, the person that invited me didn't even show up. I could just hang up. But I said, no, this moment is for me. And I am going to stay here and I am going to teach as if there's 100,000 people here. And I just talked for an entire hour and the person never showed up. Nobody ever showed up. Right. But guess what? Here I am today having the same conversation, telling you all when it's hard, when nobody is there, that is when we really build the muscle. You know what I mean? Like, people look at and they go like, wow, look at you. Like, I get messages, every so often from women that are going through divorce. And I'm like, most times I'm like, I can't handle it. It's too traumatizing for me to hear about other people's trauma. But a lot of times people are like, I just see you and I see how you've overcome and yada, yada, yada. And I have to tell them, well, this was hard. This was years and years and years and years and years of trauma therapy. This time of 10 years, I'm still in therapy, right? Why? Because I was like, here's where I am and here's where I want to be. And the only way to go from here to here is all that space in between, right? So I showed up for myself healing to be in a better place. And so I show up for myself and my business so that my business can be in a different place. So in these, like, I remember in 2020, when God first told me to get on TikTok, people were like, everybody was laughing at me, that people aren't on TikTok. You can't make no money on TikTok, all this stuff. And I was laughing at myself like, girl, you is crazy. But I did it anyway because God told me to. And when we started to explode, hold on. Maui, hold on. Okay, the cat's screaming from the other room. She can hear me. Why don't you just come in here? Anyway, but when we started to like explode, everybody was like, help me with TikTok, right? And now that's how we help people. They pay us for consulting or courses, and we help them with TikTok. But I had this space where I was just like, here's this thing God has invited me to do. I think it has an opportunity to really help me grow my business. But here's this space in between when I don't know what's going to happen. But I showed up anyway. Hey, Bryson, right? I showed up anyway. And this is how we continue to grow, because I continue to show up. No matter what is going on, I continue to show up. So again, you are saying to yourself, you have a product or service that you want to sell. The easiest and fastest way for you to be able to do this in 2023 is video. Okay? 2023. So all that discomfort that you feel, all of that stuff that you're feeling, it is real, but it is going to get better if you keep showing up. Right? Okay. Now I've been preaching for the last 45 minutes. What kind of questions do you guys have? Okay, getting a lot of text messages. Okay, let me see. What questions do we have? Yes, I'm streaming using StreamYard. Yay! Very relieving to hear you say this. Oh, thanks. What questions do you guys have? Now, I do want to listen. We're on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Whatever questions you guys have, please go ahead and ask. I'm here. I'll definitely help you any way that I can. Excuse me. Now, for those of you all are saying to yourselves, I do want to show up on video, but I need more help. I need somebody to help me understand content creation, help me understand TikTok, help me understand Instagram Reels, help me with my confidence, help me come up with my content ideas. If you are someone and you are saying, hey, I need help with this, then I want to invite you to join our 3-day challenge. Okay. I am teaching for 3 straight days, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Okay. 3 straight days. All right. And what I'm going to be teaching is very practical steps on creating content that helps you reach your audience and sell your products and services. No matter if you are a service-based business or you are a product-based business. This is what we're going to be doing for 3 straight days on Monday, August the 28th, 29th, and the 30th. Okay. Let me see. Questions. How do you get ideas for the things you want to post? Like a new business owner, what should be the first video? So here's the deal, Jackie. Jackie is saying, hey, she's got this new business, and what should be her very first post? Well, without fully knowing Jackie or knowing Jackie's business, the first thing Jackie should post should be a piece of content that talks directly to her audience. I'll give you an example. Let's just say I am launching a line of lip gloss. I am not going to do an intro to me as the founder of Lip Gloss. My first video is going to be an amazing video marketing this lip gloss to whomever I'm trying to market to. It's not going to be an intro. It is going to be a piece of content that wows who I'm trying to reach. Because truth be told, a person that sees this lip gloss, if they want it, they're not going to say, well, she don't have no more content, so I'm going to wait till she got 6 more videos. No, they're going to say, I want it, I bought it, right? So like last year for Christmas, my best friend wanted Fenty Beauty's like chocolate something lip gloss or whatever. I bought it for her and I bought my own. And when it ran out, I was like, I'm frugal. I was like, I'm not spending $19 again on that small tube of lip gloss. I wonder if there is a Fenty dupe. So I went online and Maybelline had the exact same, and it pretty much for me is very similar, except it's like $6. Instead of it being 19, it's 6. So I got the dupe. Now, if my best friend wants the Fenty again, I'll buy her the Fenty again as a birthday present. That's me, right? And so Maybelline, I didn't need them to have 10,000 videos about this lip gloss. I didn't need it. All I needed was I needed to see that they had it and that I could buy it for me, right? So when you're talking about launching your product or service, your business, you don't have to do this grandiose anything. You've got to create something that speaks to your particular audience, okay? Everybody talking about the dupes. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I'm always unsure of my online identity and personal brand. I like to do audio visual content. I don't think anything's wrong with that, right? But I have to know more in detail. Let me see. Great advice. I love that glossing is a dupe, right, Teddy? Agree about a product, but if it's a service-based business, you have to sell yourself first. Not necessarily, because here's the deal. I am a service-based business, right? And I don't have any posts on social media that are talking all about me. No, because how do I say this? Y'all don't care nothing about me. I mean it in the nicest way possible. Y'all don't care about me. You guys are here watching this video because there is something that I am giving to you. You may like me, go, oh, her cats are there, her office is pretty, whatever. But the reason why you are watching this video is not just to say, I just love to watch Kenya Kelly, her hair and her makeup. You see those earrings? They are amazing. Look at her hair. Look at the way she did her makeup today. No, you are watching this because I am teaching you something about business, right? And so when it comes to you as a service-based business, you show up and deliver. Now, I don't show up and always sell. I've been teaching for the last 40 minutes. Right. And every time I show up, I am teaching. I make offers that people can buy, but I teach. So I teach, make offers, teach, make offers, teach, make offers. Right. So when you're a service-based business, you don't always have to be, introducing yourself, selling or whatever. Right. So one of our clients, she's an interior designer. And one of the ways that she sells herself is she shows us her before and afters. Right. So she doesn't say my name is such and such. This is my company. This is the no. She shows up and says, here's my client's kitchen before us. Here's my client's kitchen after. Right. And then she introduces herself a little bit in the video. Right. But for the most part, it is all about the transformation. Does that make sense? I struggle with creating engaging content to grow my platforms. Okay. So here's the deal. For those of you all that you say you are struggling with creating content, I want you to join the challenge. Listen, this is not a challenge that is focused on saying, go do this. No, this is a challenge that is teaching you how to create engaging content that will reach your audience and help sell your product or service. Okay, this is what it's about. So I teach you, and then I say, okay, now go and create this video. The next day, I teach you, and then I say, okay, now go create this video, right? Now, for those of you all, yes, transformation. So for those of you all that, if y'all have more questions, feel free to ask. But if you are watching this on Facebook or you're watching this on Instagram, just y'all two, Facebook or Instagram, if you want to join the challenge, type the word challenge in the comments. Just people on Facebook and Instagram. If you type the word challenge in the comments, we will DM you a link about the challenge. Okay. We use a system called ManyChat. And ManyChat only works on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, so if Facebook people and Instagram people, you want to know about the 3-day challenge, just type the word challenge and we will send you info. Everybody else that's on LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok, here is the link on the screen. It's KenyAKelly.com/challenge. You are going to get your entire life. We spend 3 days, 1 hour every single day of me teaching you how to come up with content ideas and then how to create a video. You're going to create a video and then you're going to come back and tell me your results in 24 hours. The next day, you'll create a video and then you'll give me your results in 24 hours. Every single time we do this, we have people in the challenge that always go viral and people that just make money. One of the ladies within, I think her day 2, she made $5,000. She didn't go viral, but we gave her a strategy. She created the video and she made $5,000. One girl went viral and made $20,000 in 7 days. Okay, so this challenge is designed to teach you what you need to know and do to have success creating video marketing. Okay, all right. And so, but you have to be willing to invest. It's super cheap, right? It's super cheap to join the challenge. Okay, but I've been getting messages of people saying, "Hey, well, how come it's not free?" Well, I'm not a free teacher. I teach for free on like my live streams, but not my closed door type of things. It's a very minimal investment, but it's not free, unfortunately. Okay. Now, some of y'all, like, I ain't going to tell you what some of y'all paying for, but you'll be totally worth it. Okay. Every single time we host this challenge, our students like rave and rave and rave about it. But more importantly, you're going to get out of your way of not knowing what to post, how to post, and we're going to teach you how to be more consistent with creating content that will actually help you make money in your business. Okay. This is motivating. I struggle with creating content to grow my platforms. Oh yeah, I said it earlier. Will it be recorded in case we miss a day? Good question. So the way that the challenge works is it's on Monday, August the 28th, and it's at 7:00 EST. Okay. And so some people are not going to be able to watch it that day, or they're in different countries. So the challenge will be available from 7 p.m. EST to 12 noon EST. Then we take it down to get ready for day 2, right? And so each day it's there from 7 p.m. to 12 noon, and then we take it down for the next day. Okay. Kenya Kelly, hi. Let me see. How long should a video be? So as it pertains to videos, a video should be as long as it should be. What does that mean? That means that if I can sell this lip gloss to you creatively in 30 seconds, then this video should not be 1 minute. If I can sell this lip gloss to you effectively in 15 seconds, then this video should not be 30 seconds. Does that make sense? Like all of what I taught you today, I could not have done this in 15 seconds. I did it in a 30, 45-minute window, right? So your videos don't have to be 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever. It has to be the length of time that it should be for you to be able to convey the message to the people you're trying to convey it to. I'm new here. I would love to join the challenge. Remedy, yay, well, join us. So the link is here on the screen, and it's also in my bio, okay? Will you teach us good times to post per the algorithm? Okay, here's the thing to understand about times to post, okay? Now, when you post a piece of content, like, okay, analytics is going to tell you when your audience is typically on whatever platform, right? That doesn't mean that's exactly when you post it, right? Because if my audience is on the platform at 6:00 and I post at 6:00, that doesn't mean that all of my audience is going to see my video at 6:00, right? The algorithm is going to push it out slowly to people. And as people are sliding through whatever platform that they're on, then they're going to see your content, right? The only content, in my opinion, that has a specific time frame is live stream. The time you want to be live is when your audience is on the platform the most, right? I know my audience is on the platform the most between 5 and 7 p.m. Why? The analytics have told me that, right? Now, when are people mostly on social media? in the mornings and in the evenings. In the mornings when they wake up, and in the evenings once they get home from work. So if you're trying to figure out when are people online and when should you post, a good time to post would be in the mornings and the evenings, right? But I post morning, afternoon, and evening so that when people log on, my content is already there waiting on them to consume. That's kind of how I look at it. Okay. All right. Any other questions? It is dinner time. And Eddie? Okay. It's dinner time for all of us. And it's like 7:30. Look at my teeth. I've been using some new stuff on my teeth. I'm like, wow, look at them. So funny. Like, I be talking to y'all, looking into the camera, not looking at myself on camera. But every once in a while, I catch a glimpse and I'm like, well, look at there. Invisalign has done me well. Oh, man. I had looked at myself with these lights on. I'm like, wow, look at there. If anybody think about getting Invisalign, you should. It's a change of life. Okay. All right. You guys, I got to go and eat dinner. I will be back tomorrow. If you guys are not following me yet, please follow me. And for those of you all that want to join the challenge, you should. It is going to be incredible. If you think I gave y'all all this on a free live stream, imagine what you're going to get in a closed door challenge. All the things. Okay. All right. So I love y'all. I will be back tomorrow. If you want to watch the replay because you missed it, come watch it on my YouTube channel. You can follow me on YouTube, Kian Kelly, Instagram, Kian Kelly, TikTok, Kian Kelly. I am everywhere, Kian Kelly. Talk about our teeth, girl. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. I love y'all. I gotta go have my dinner, and one of my cats is screaming out there because for whatever reason she don't want to come in here. Okay. All right, guys. I love y'all. Bye.